right. Okay, just kicking off. If you're on here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Today, we're gonna be hot-shotting some mods to fix them, do all that kind of fun stuff. Yeah, Jave, it's kind of hard to pronounce your name, not gonna lie. Yeah, I can hook you up. You got to join my Discord. I don't know if you're on there or not, but I'll put that link really quick. Because obviously it's very hard to message you through YouTube. Sweet. Alright, so here's what we got going today. Today I will be tidying up all the boats that I have made edits to. So let's just buy a couple of them right off the bat. One of the first ones is going to be the jet ski. And that is under cars? I don't remember. No, it's under boats right here. Sweet. So let's open up our Tilda right here. Sorry. The Ski-Doo snowmobile mod. Man, that's a tongue twister. I don't know why. I gotta wait for my coffee to kick in. Yeah, I'll probably be editing that in sometimes. You know, the problem is I start making all these mods and I kind of get overwhelmed with the conversions and that stuff when a new game comes out. But if you're trying this out today, which this will be a public mod, it'll be on my Patreon, but it'll have all the textures and stuff included with it. Completely public. So no need to sign up or anything for Patreon, but I will have some posts for them as well. Yes, on FS22. I don't really do FS19 anymore. It's once they came out with the new game, I just like to upgrade with it. So let's go over some of the features of this bad boy really quick that I have installed. You have a standard engine, and then you got a boosted one. Obviously, one goes drastically faster than the other one. A lot of people requested faster stuff because we're working with a 16x water map right now, and even 70 miles an hour on a 16x feels really slow, so definitely tried to get that going. Design, you have two design options. You have the rusty smoker version, or old, and then we have the color selectable version, to where you can pop in, let's say we want some pink and black always looks pretty good, right? Or, you know, to be straight with you, like black and like any color looks good. I do like the red one. So let's buy this bad boy. And then we do have the Ski-Doo trailer. So let's buy that as well. We're gonna do a full test here, and then we need a truck. Once I show you guys how to use this and load it, because there is a little bit of a gimmick to it, but I did get the bad boy to load. Then after that, we'll actually go into the modding errors and stuff. That way I can refer people back to this video if they're confused on how the jet ski works. So when it very first spawns in, there is invisible wheels here. You see them? There's 6 of them. There's itty bitty ones right in the center to keep you from high centering on stuff. And I updated the collisions on this from FS19. Now it has full collisions. You can see this box all the way around it. It basically encapsulates the whole jet ski there. So let's get in there really fast. If you hold the right mouse button and slide left or right, it'll allow you to raise and lower the wheels, so then you can load it on the trailer, because when we load it on the trailer, we obviously don't want the wheels bumping around, kicking around. So once you get on the trailer, you can just lower the wheels down, and you know, I kind of go forward, but you notice the back wheels. Hey Lars, no problem. Can you hear me? Can you hear me at least? Mic check, 1 2, checkity checkity check. How about now? You let me know. I just don't want to be wasting my time, you know? Maybe I'm a ding-a-ling. and I didn't set my stream up right. So now that we have this guy, we're gonna get him lined up with the trailer. Okay, cool. Still kind of new to the Souls. Am I just talking too fast, or is it a language barrier thing? Or I was probably talking too fast, huh? I'll try to keep it to a minimum. So let's get the truck here. Oh, just mod language. Okay, I gotcha. I thought you were meaning couldn't actually understand me. You just couldn't understand the lingo. I gotcha. Well, one day. So we'll attach up to the trailer here. After we get attached, I'll hop out. I'm actually going to... Now, sometimes it works okay. This was designed to be at an angle when you're loading it on the boat. But if you don't have... the wheeling thing, it really messes up everything. So I really don't want to wheelie everywhere I drive with this. You know, that is something if people want to add to it, they can add themselves. It would be fun, but it really, you know, it'd be a one-purpose kind of thing, because then you wouldn't be able to go really fast without looking like a fool. So once we get attached up here, you can raise and lower the body of the jet ski to sit flush. And if you don't have your dev controls enabled, you can clearly see that you'll have to lower it without those enabled, even though I really recommend you enable them. And before you ask, no, this mod will not be out on console. Anybody who asks that. Now that we have the jet ski on there, we get the option to attach to it, and it's actually attaching the trailer to the jet ski. So let's hit Q, and it attaches perfectly. Once we get it over here, how do I do that stuff? How do I make mods? With magic, my friends, with magic. Lots and lots of magic. No console, sorry. I've been asked that question for 7 years. No, it will not be on console. Once we're in the water here, we can hop out, and you can actually enter the vehicle unattached from it, and then from there raise our wheels up just a hair, and we can drive right in the water. And that feature will allow you to raise and lower the jet ski. Now if we look in here, you look down at the display gauge. We got some edits we're going to do to this today, but I'm going to show you a few things that I wanted to get handled. So the brake force is pretty high. So when I'm driving here and I let off the gas, it kind of stops a little too easy. I kind of want to slide in the water. So we may adjust this brake force just a hair. I'm going to do that really quick. Start making our edits. We have Ski-Doo right here. Boosted jet ski. I'm going to go to the field type configurations, and under here there's going to be a little brake force. And what I want, I have it set to 2 already. Let's try 1. On both of them. No, not 1500. Okay, after we do that, I'm going to update the vehicle. Let's see if it... Yeah, the jumps thing would be pretty neat. You make little ramps in the water just like they had in the movie. So let's get going kind of fast, and then we're going to let off the gas and see how long it takes for us to stop. And if it is good, we'll leave it. Okay, so when you let off the gas, it doesn't stop immediately. When I go forward and backwards, there is a pretty fast stop, but I think it's just too small to be messing around with that. Besides just being able to get from A to B, there's not much utility to this mod. It just looks cool. It'll look good in your garage, whatever the case may be. Whee! Oh man, that was a bump like no other. We hit the dock. Hit the dock. Alright, let's take a look at the smoker version. Go old. And I think we bought the standard jet ski. Let's try the boosted here. Some silly music playing in my stream right now. That works for me. Alright. I think we bought the next jet ski. Let's go over here and check it out. Here's the old rusty version. Let's see how fast this guy goes. It does have lights on it. And the only thing is like when I was looking at some images, I didn't actually see any lights in real life on it on these jet skis. So I didn't, like, I put some light there just in case, you know, it's dark out and you need to see, but there's no actual spots for lights on this. And it looks like it would be right there where the black is, but it's not. Hey, no problem, Jay. I don't know how long this is going to be. My stream yesterday was like 4 hours. I didn't realize that, but man, my butt hurt afterwards. So this will be on my Patreon as of today, and it'll be public, so you can go check that out. If I try to remember after the stream, I'll post the link in the description for you guys to go check out. All the textures and stuff will be included with it. That'll be my contribution this month to the community. And then all my Patreons are going to get a bunch of updates as well on some mods that are not, well, they're public, but the textures aren't public yet. But I do plan to, right now I'm getting everything ready to make it all public for you guys for Christmas. And then as we start the new year, we'll make all brand new mods. This guy's good. I mean, I gotta look at my list here of everything I said that I needed to do. Let's look at it. I need to mods to update scrap pack, add collision, sledgehammer. No, none of that has to do with the jet ski. Brake force on jet ski. That's pretty much all I had to do. So this mod, for the most part, is going to be done. Next up, the Ferry needs wider wheels and wobble when it's loaded. So I have a Ferry on here. Did it spawn with this? No, it did not. Okay. So what we are going to do now is let us spawn this Ferry in. Oh, not Minor Delight. I think it's under Boats of Atoll. Yeah, this Ferry. Hey, what's up? MRT Bone? Mert Bone? I don't know how to say that. Life's going good though. We're gonna run out of money buying this stuff. Let's go to lease it. So this is actually the old version of the boat. There is a cleaner looking version of the boat, but this is the old version right now. And you can change the name and whatnot. So we're actually just gonna buy it. Now, there seems to be an issue when we are loading. Oh man. So there's no collision on the under half. That way I can lower it down and stuff like this. It was designed to be used on any map, but given some complications that we've ran into trying to load these things. Ooh, look at the wheelbase on that. I gotta fix that. That is so far off. Really wobbly. You see that? Where you have these wheels on the side, and that's one of the issues that I'm encountering right now, is it's super wobbly. So we are going to open this up in the Giants editor and do some tweaking for it. I think that's under, what is that under? Commercial boat pack? So we got Ferry Boat Atoll. And then we need to open up the GE version of it. i3D. Oh, so many mods. Don't need that. That could be deleted. And we are going to go with... Oh, it's in here somewhere. Ferry boat, ferry boat. Where are you at, Mr. Ferry? Ferry boat. Ferry boat atoll. We're gonna adjust the atoll version, and then we gotta do the same thing to. Hey, what's going on, Challenger? You just called me little buddy. Aren't you littler than me? I think I'm beating you by about 15 years in age. um, Now, I did add this feature to all my mods to where you can raise and lower it, but I have come to find out that once you start loading this thing, it becomes super top heavy. And when you go to drive around, you get this like angle. Well, once you add weight to that, it is way worse. So we're actually going to remove that feature today. Look how wobbly that gets. I wanted you to be able to use it on every map, but if you're hauling vehicles and stuff around, uh, it doesn't work that great. So we're going to remove this feature that allows us to scroll up and down. And in order to do that, we need to take this lower section right here, what I've created a dynamic part. We're actually going to remove that collision. Then we're going to throw it in. I don't know why I went visibility. I wanted rigid body off. There we go. I'm actually just going to throw that inside of the ferry comp. And now I need to reroute my wheels and a couple other things. So I'm going to hit save on this. And I have the Boats of Atoll up here. First, we'll take a look at the components right here. And that's what these basically are. Were two different components that we just edited. This was a component and this was a component. Now I've removed that component, or it's still there, but I've removed its option to be a component. Probably makes zero sense to you guys that don't mod, but I've installed inside the first component. So now we only have one component, and we are gonna go with, so we need to remove that, we need to remove the joint, and now we're good. Let's change this weight up to let's go. We're going to be hauling stuff. The more weight, the better, I've come to find out. That way, when you're loading up big tractors and stuff, maybe 4,500 is too much. The idea is, though, is when you go to drive off the ferry, you don't want the wheels to actually spin the vehicle off with the friction. If that makes sense. Probably not, but. So we need to change this aspect right here because it is calling for the wrong nodes now, and we actually need to match these up. So if we kind of downsize all my screens here, I work off of multiple screens, so I really it's challenging trying to stream this. It takes a little longer than normal, but we want to take this left wheel that used to be this first one, used to be 111 whatever. We actually just want to copy that. We're going to put that in the repertoire right here. And then each one of these should have a drive node underneath them. We're going to take that one and we're just going to kind of repeat the process here for the repertoire and the drive node. And just go right down the line here. Super boring stuff. Drive node. It's just a copy and paste game because I moved it. We need to match up the index paths, and that's what I'm copying right here is the index path locations. And we'll just keep doing that, making my edits today, and I'll show you here momentarily what this will do to it, and also show you some of the errors after I do this. Maybe possibly it'll help you. Oh, so we don't actually need to add a drive node to those two, just the back left wheel. So the next one would be 9.3, 9.4, and 9.5. So add this right here, 9.3, 9.4, and 9.5. Okay. The radius should be okay, but I want to make the tires really wide so it's nice and stable, and I'm actually going to go with 1. This is going to be, I think it's a 1 meter is what the game really, no, not that, I messed that up, not force point ratio. width. Pay attention to what you're doing, guys, because one little wrong number will make everything weird. Alright, so all that is pretty good. Now that the index paths are lined up, I did have a moving tool that allowed me to move it up and down like that, so we need to disable that as well. And if I scroll down here, you can, this component joint index actor, this is actually the one that allows me to go up and down, and for simplicity's sake, I'm just gonna block common out. Now it's uninstalled. Double check anything else in here that might need done. It has tension belts. You can change the name on it. It does not give you the option to change all the rest of that stuff. We're actually gonna have to copy and paste all this into the other ferry boat because I have two on here. I have the one made for Atoll, and then I have the one that just comes stock and looks all pretty. So now that that's saved, let's double check I hit save on this one too. So this feature that we have installed right here, it's gonna go away when I do this. So now I cannot raise it up and down, and you can see we're out of the water quite a bit. So let's get that sorted out right now. Where we have lower right here, and then it has these imaginary wheels. That's what these are, they're imaginary wheels. We want those to be up quite a ways, so we're actually going to grab this lower and raise it up. Take a peek at where the wheel is, raise it up maybe just a hair more. And now I don't like where the wheels are, they're more in the center, so if we load off the side of the ship on this side, we'll get that wobble thing coming back. So I'm going to select the left, all the left wheels, and we're going to move those all at one time using the local and world mode right here. Local means I can only move one of these at one time, and world means I can move all of them, everything I've selected at one time. So let's do that, and let's pull that all the way over here, maybe a little bit more. I don't want it to conflict, but okay, so it moved every one of those. Now I'm going to copy this X translation location. Ooh, that's tough because we don't actually, the boat's really weird. I might leave that one. We'll see what it looks like when we do that. But the back right, I do want that to be over farther. And then we're also going to move that one over farther as well. Whoa, not that. I want to do negative paste. Okay, so I think I'm all set up. Let's hit save on that. Go back to our game. Update. A little low too, huh? Like it works, but it is definitely a little low. So instead of raising it up, I'm actually going to increase the wheel size here. Increase the radius to like 6. I think 6 will give us just enough lift to get us out of the water just a little more. It looks like we're super sagging. Save, go back into here. Alright. Oh, nope, didn't want to do that. Cycle through everything really fast. Those are all my new boats. Get this screen off of here. She's sinking, Captain. Yeah. Alright. So now this boat shouldn't wobble when we load it up with some stupid amounts of tractors, which we still need to test. So I'm going to get us lined up with the dock really fast. We're going to buy some really heavy equipment like the Ropa or something like that and just see if we can... Well, we got to buy it small enough to fit through that little gate at the front. Oh man, I'm a bad driver. I'm a bad driver. What did I do in the meantime? We're just fixing errors and issues, my man. Polishing up these mods. I spent some time this last week and playing with everything and gave it to a couple streamers to watch them play with it. Because I know how everything works, you know, because I designed it. But with these streamers, they don't. So it's kind of nice to see a new player perspective. Alright, so it really lifts up the boat quite a bit. We're going to add a little bit more radius to that. So let's add like changes to a 7. Okay, come back in here, update it. I must have not. Did I not hit save? No, I did. 0.7, 0.7, 0.7. Okay. Well, lower that down just a hair. Just polishing these up. I kind of have the same problem with all my boats. They just need a little bit of a height change to meet some of these docks. Actually, I think that's probably enough right there. I think somebody's knocking at my front door or something, man. I hear weird noises. Go away, I don't want to buy your internet. I got good internet. Yeah. Dang telemarketer people, door-to-door salesmen trying to get me that new internet. I'm good. I'm good. Alright. Okay, I'm back. I had to go check the front door. It sounded like somebody was banging on my door. They're banging on the neighbor's door. House down the road, so I didn't even see him. Alright, so let's get some tractors. Let's look at the weightage on some of these. That one weighs 11 tons, 12 tons, 16 tons. Some of these are pretty heavy. 12 tons, 12, 15. Well, since Challenger's watching, let's lease this. Let's lease a couple of them. We're gonna have to load them up. Let's go see if they can handle the weight now that I've fixed it a little bit. Halloween came early. Yeah, I got some treats for you guys today. Whether you're a patron or not, I will have the jet skis available for everybody today. Oh, look at this. Working perfect, baby. Alright. Let's go get the other one now. And I gotta delete some of the boats to do this testing. That way I can get to them a lot faster. Here we go. This is what I call the stress test. And I didn't realize that boat currently, my mods are public, but those textures for that are currently for patrons only. I will be, once I get everything polished up this year, before Christmas, I'll be posting all this stuff public with textures included. This allows me to make edits, let people play with it and try it, let me know how they're working without all the bots from all the mod sites uploading my crap, and then I have a million versions of something that is still like being made. Oh, I would definitely, that's a big reason why I do that. Get some more weight. Let's get a vent. I need lots of vehicles here to see how many we could fit on here before it just doesn't move. But yeah, as of right now, the people that are on my Patreon are pretty spoiled. I think there's textures for at least over 40 different mods on there right now. So it's going to be a lot of work getting all of those polished up for public release and stuff, but that is one of my goals that I want to do before Christmas. It's going to take a lot of work, so thank you guys for being patient with me. Come on, baby. 2 more. This is taking a while. Well, now that we have the tractors, though, we can, when I do the test for this for the other boats as well, we can just offload them right onto there. I didn't realize how many you could fit on here. You can fit quite a bit. There is an invisible collision right there. I remember that one. It blocks that area. Just the angle of the collision. Let me out. Let me out from there. Looks like we can fit like 2 more. Whoa, what did I press? I pressed that button. The stress test, baby. Will she drive away? And the clean version of this is really clean. Oh, looks like we can fit 1 more on there. Should we? Or should we just give that a go? That's a lot of tractors. Like, if a person needs more tractors than that, then they have issues. Oh man, how are we gonna, there we go. Okay, get in the boat. I got in the boat. So let's see if we can drive away now. Wait, are we in a tractor or are we in the boat? We're in the boat. I don't think we have enough oomph. We need to increase the engine. Easy enough. Ferry boat atoll. We're gonna go to engine mode configuration 4. Have 4 on there. It's still not. Give her the beans, Captain. Max forward speed. I know everybody is hating how slow everything goes on the brake force on that is crazy. I'm gonna have some serious edits to do on the other one because I have 2 versions of this boat, so all these changes I'm doing, I have to do to those as well. All right. Are we we're catching on something? Why aren't we driving? Add our tow straps, maybe that'll make a difference. Stuck on the wall. Yeah. We are stuck on the wall. I gotta just checking. Let me up. Let me up in my boat. No, not up there. We are having some torque issues. I guess that's too much weight, so we need to drastically increase the torque. I thought 4 would be enough. Let's try 6. That might be overkill. That is still too heavy? No way. I feel like I'm catching on something or something, but I'm not. must be some traction or some friction going on. Let's look at our friction on these tires. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely need to adjust this. Change this friction scale to... Man, you dumb thing. Quit popping over there. My frictions are way off. Dampener, suspension travel, radius, width. Make sure our width is good. Everything's the same. Hit save. We'll figure out why this isn't working here. Wheels are... I mean, they're spinning. Okay. That was a little better. So that was definitely the issue. That is a lot of weight, so... Holy cow. Might take a while to get anywhere. Which is... I mean... If you want to go for realistic, I get it. But if you're just wanting to get across the 16x map that is absolutely humongous, this ain't gonna cut it. We're gonna have to do some more engine tweaks to this. Trying to look at my wheels here, make sure they're all... Definitely, you know, let's add some drive nodes too, because we have 2 drive nodes in the front. Let's actually add some drive nodes to the back here. And they're technically already on here, minus the back rights. The rights don't have drive nodes. The water's so low, you can't see those props spin when you're out of that view because they're under the water, but they do spin. We just need more power. Probably being a little unrealistic, but let's drop this down to 20,000 pounds. That's the issue. Ferry. Okay, so camera, fill type, configurations, Ferry. I have to be messing something up here. Something's got to be off just a hair. I don't like that engine. Let's go to, I have another boat. We're just going to install a whole different engine in this to put this transport cargo ship in there because I know it's got some power. If I can find it, motorized right here, boom. I'm going to copy that engine because I know it's pretty OP. Very unrealistic, I do say, Captain. Okay, so that's applied. Hey, what's going on, James? It's been a while since I've seen your name. Hope you're doing good, buddy. We are just trying to solve some serious problems in life. A lot of them starting with the amount of weight that this thing's hauling. We need it to be a lot faster. Yeah, it's slow. Super slow. There's something else going on with it. Fill unit does have 5,000 gallons worth of fuel in it. That could be a thing. Why aren't you driving like how I want you? Radius, friction scale 1. Oh, sometimes I hate when I'm live streaming when I can't figure something out because I didn't want this to be that kind of video, you know? Let's check out my tires on a ship that works great. So I put friction scale on there for 0.3. Try that. Got the dang hiccups now. Dopies. Save on that, make sure everything else. We might have to install those drive nodes. I think we'll end up doing that. A drive node, copy. Right wheel has one, that right one needs one, and that back one needs one. And from there, we're gonna put drive node on each one of these. And then change the drive node right, drive node left, and then change the index path to the proper index path. So this will be drive node here. 2. Imagine it's going to be 3.0 or track in there. It'll be my next one. Is that matching up right? I need to look at both of my screens. That one's a boring one. 901, check. 911. That could probably be fixed. I don't see any reason why I have the ski in there, so we're gonna don't need that in there. Oh, and we don't need the leave that in there. So the first one's gonna be 90. Second one will be 910. Third one will be 920. 920 and 930, and then 940, and then 950. You're like, what are you talking about? Well, I'm copying the index path so I can tell the game exactly where I want the pressure from the wheels to be hitting and if you can drive with them or not. So that's what this drive node thing right here means, is it actually creates a wheel that turns instead of just a wheel that rolls. So one has power and one doesn't. But in order to do that, we need to reconfigure how many wheels we got. We got 2, 4, 6. So we need a 6-wheeled differential configuration right here, since right now this is only set up for 2 wheels. A 6-wheel vehicle that I have is, just copy the code out of it. I would say, where's my tank pack at, or maybe the something with 6 wheels. 6 wheels, where you at? 6. I don't know what has 6 wheels. I gotta double check that. Hovercraft got 6 wheels. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, did I change the differential? There we go. Differential configurations. That's what I wanted. Ferry boat atoll. that should, we gotta hit save on this. That should get us up to par. Look at that. That works a hell of a lot better now. Oh! Knew that was gonna come. Ah, they can't turn sharp enough. Look at that side we did right there, bumping into it. That's pretty cool. It means I have my water physics, the wheel physics. I've been trying to mimic so when I let off the gas here, we're just spinning out of control type ordeal. It's about what it would be like on a boat if you were gonna get wonky like that. So with this many tractors loaded, let's turn on our cruise control. It says I can do 27. I bet I can go faster than that. Aim in a direction. Let it start driving. Okay, we're gonna let that drive for a minute and see if it gets up above 27 miles an hour. Otherwise, Jim is gonna have a fit with me. Definitely does not get above 27 miles an hour. I think the weight's just crazy amount. I think that's just a lot of weight. 24 miles an hour, it'd be slow on a map, but dude, that's booking it in real life on a boat. I don't know if any of you guys work on boats or been on boats or anything like that, but I work on a lot of commercial boats that could actually haul stuff like this, and this is flying 24 miles an hour in real life. But on a 16x map, you know, we're out here and oh, okay. You want to save on me like that? I see how it is. I see how it is. Hope you guys are all doing good. You think 31's fine? Well, let's do our last little test here. Let's unstrap everything. The last test is how fast does it go without the tractors on there? That's the next question. So I'm just gonna get all these off there. Get off my boat. Get off of here. We don't want you anymore. Be gone. Be gone, tractors. That's right. That's right. Get out of here. Get out of here. You ain't welcome anymore. Be gone. Okay. Let's see how fast it goes now. Oh, and I made a mess in the ocean. Apparently tractors float, you know? But we're stuck. We're stuck in between the tractors. I've pinned myself in. Get out of here. Get. I warned you. Oh, not you. Sorry, boat. Get. Alright, get out of here. Let's see if I can. Oh, I can increase the cruise control here. So unloaded, this thing will boogie. You know, if you don't like how fast it goes, just set your cruise control speed and you can change it. I was gonna make it an engine choice in the shop, but I've watched some people stream this lately on this map and use the boats, and I'll tell you what, it takes 5 or 6 minutes to get from one side of the map to the other. If that's your thing, awesome. But a lot of people, it's not. So 74 is good. I mean, if you're unloaded, this boat could not do that in real life. You know, it would disintegrate at 74 miles an hour. I could see it maybe doing 25 or so. Maybe. Alright, so I'm happy with that. That's good enough. That big thing. Hey, go back, my friend. Look at that. So it still floats like a boat when you get out of it. That floated for quite a while. At least those dynamics are working okay. Happy with that. We need to do it to the other boat now. I think it's under commercial boat. So I have another version of it that's clean, and this version you can choose your deck. You know, if you want some diamond plate. I don't know why I always pick pink, man, but I do. Jet black. Design color. Change the name, Tommy John, on board. So we are going to, we don't have enough money to buy that, but we can lease it. Got the ocean spray. Oh man, it's gonna put me through all these tractors. Alright. Now this is the same boat, but a completely different mod. So everything I just did to that one, I have to do to this one. Because it's relatively the same. This one still has that feature you can scroll up and down or do whatever. We don't want that. We want to remove that, but it looks pretty good. So in order to do that, we are going to now open this mod. We're going to open it as well. That is under the commercial boat pack, I believe. That would be under our i3D and ferry boat. Yes, we are going to open that. Then we're going to go back into the XML. We're going to find ferry boat here. This one has a lot more details and silly stuff in it. RPM, fuel gauge, stuff like that. Tension belts, lights. And then we want to actually, these changes we made, I'm just going to import in the other ferry. Wherever it is. And copy and paste a lot of the code we just did, just make it simple. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, sometimes I don't know how to spell and find stuff. No, we inserted the wrong one. Delete. Insert the right one. Okay. So we don't need this lower, and we're going to copy this lower into there. Pretty sure that I put it in there. Nope, I did not. Control C, Control V. Delete this one. Okay, so now this boat, that boat, all the i3D stuff is done. We need to open up the XML now. Wherever I put that. Okay. What's going on, guys? I know modding is kind of boring, but I figured I would stream to you guys. And if you enjoy this kind of stuff, then why not share it with you a little bit? You can join me as my brain jumps all over the place like the ADHD person I am. But we are going to get some stuff done today, man. So just like in the last edit on this side, I blocked this out because we no longer need it. And then because we're messing with the components, go through in here, and actually I'm just going to delete all that since this is an identical boat. It's just a color change, really. That's all I did. And then we're going to need to update the wheel configuration because we put the new one in there. Okay, paste. That bad boy's in. Did we make any more edits? Engines will be edited. Engine. Oh, and default. The differential configurations is different as well because we activated all those different tires. Okay, paste. And then here's our engine configuration we want. Very unrealistic. Make sure that's all error free. And I don't think I changed anything else. I don't think I did. Just double checking some stuff. Tommy John. I do want to turn down this wear duration. I'm going to turn that up to like 600, and then dirt duration we're gonna turn like 200. That way stuff doesn't get so dirty on us as quick. Okay, I think make sure I hit save on that, just double checking, and then we're gonna, that's all saved. Let us update this. Ta-da! And what issue did we have? Okay, nothing. No errors, error free, same height, same beautiful mod, same power, same everything. Let's just do a quick little check here and start driving it. I do love this water map. I know that probably sounds really vain, but man, I really like this map. Oh no, why can't I turn? I couldn't turn. Could not turn. I think a lot of it is because I had to have that wheel closer right there, and then the wheels kind of extend out towards the middle. Oh, look at that. Did we miss that on the other one? I think we did. Let's actually... There's a wheel. Oh man, we're gonna have to cycle through everything. Oh, I had it, dang it. Where are you at? Come on. Where's the middle of the field boat? So there's a wheel right there that needs to be closer to the edge that way. On both mods, so we need to edit that. I think it's back left. No. No, back right. Or middle right. So we're actually going to move that and paying attention here to our translate X. Let's copy that. Copy that and then paste it into here so it's identical. Hit save. And then we need to open up this one and do the same thing. That wheel. Back right. Okay. That should be fixed now. Now we should have nearly as much turning issues that we experienced just now. Turn on that. Get going a little fast and then we'll try to turn. Not bad. It does not turn the greatest because of that front wheel, but it, look at that thing. It like power drifts. Love it. And I let off the gas and we still kind of float away. That's about as close as water as I can get on these FS22 physics. Alright. Well, we got such a hard turn going on. Fishtail right in. Slippery. How slippery that is. Love it. I'm sure some people aren't gonna like it, but it's not supposed to be a car. I just want to be straight with that. It's not supposed to be a car. It's supposed to be a boat. So I have really made the tires really sloppy, like you download a bad truck. Like a truck that just slides all over the place. And I think I did a pretty good job. Because I'm off the gas. We're like floating at a weird angle. That's pretty good. Let's go get in the other one. Oh, if you didn't see my new boat, this is a new boat I made on a stream yesterday. And you can go view that stream. I made the whole boat. Besides the modeling, I did the 3D modeling off screen, but I did do a lot of the Blender work that is involved after that. Definitely, I did not install the boat crane yet, so this first update will not have the boat crane on it. But it does have tension belts. And then when the boat crane is on there, you'll be able to unfold boat. You see how those chains disappear? And then they come back. Then you can update left, right, all and down. Oh, you gotta turn on boat crane. Is that what it is? You first must unfold boat crane. Oh, okay. Yeah, just be weird like that. Lower boat crane. idea here is I will have a tension belt on top of right where this tire is. How do I do it? Sometimes I forget all my movements. So there'll be a tension belt on here on its final release that you can reach over and grab the pallets and load them on the boat. I made the boat just wide enough to where you could reach pretty far with this. You can reach off the boat. You could pick up your pallet and then drop it on there. Back to what we were doing. Oh man, the time. Look at the time. It's getting dark. We need to fix that because I can't see anything when it's dark. Cycle back to this boat. Hit update. And let's make sure that I can turn. Because I just plowed right into that other boat. I couldn't turn at all. On this, kind of see where my wheels are. Oh, daddy. Oh, daddy. We are going sideways. Some bow thrusters there. I bet people aren't going to like this one because of the wheels, how they're set up. But I have to have a wheel up there, and if I put the wheel where the other wheels are, it'll have this wheel that's just poking off in an area that isn't even used by the boat. Right there where you see those two tires, if we match it up, those white lines you see underneath the boat right now, those are with the circles with the triangle in them, those are the wheels. But you see this wheel is pulled over, and if I moved it to where those other ones are, we would have a wheel that acts as a collision, by the way. And so when you go to pull up to a dock, you would be hitting an invisible collision every time. I don't really want that, so I have to get up to speed here. Change our speed limiter. Turn a little bit because we don't want to hit that wall. This thing is super sloppy. I guess that's a good thing. I don't know if you guys have ever driven a boat before, but they don't exactly stay in one spot. The road of a boat is constantly moving. Alright, 75. We're going to turn sharp, see what it does. Wow. Whoa, yep. Making that turn, making that turn. Now we're going into a slide. Look at that. You could power slide right into the cell point. Just sideways. I'm going to leave it. If people hate it, they'll hate it. But I kind of like it. I kind of like it. So I'd say ferry boat is now done. Right now, at least. I'm pretty happy with it all. Engines work good. The driving works good. Okay, wider wheels, the wobble's gone. That's done. Now, we need to increase the engine on the Atoll Chubby. I made a Chubby. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not talking about something sexual. I'm actually legitimately talking about a boat that I've made called the Chubby. This version is used for mining, and then I have a version in the Boats of Atoll that is somewhere. Chubby, right here. This one's actually really slow compared to the other one. And I still love this boat. It's a great boat. It really is a good boat. I made all this from scratch. So of course it's a great boat. Not to be conceited or anything. But a lot of these models that I make from scratch, it's way better because then I can control the physics when I'm designing it. So we need to find that Atoll Chubby inside of my doohickey here, and that is going to be under Miner's Delight XML Chubby Boat Atoll. Now, the other boat, the other Chubby, this one is way faster. And I think a lot of that has to do with me editing the engine out. So we are going to scroll to the engine and take a peek at that. Differentials, Chubby. Okay, then we're going to go over here and find our motorized. wild because they are max forward speed is 120, max forward brake force 12. Yeah, we're just gonna copy that whole configuration over. Just a straight configuration, paste that in there. I want them to do the same speed. So now, another thing that affects the speed is weight. So I just want to make sure that we are we have two components in here. One is 3,000 pounds. That's the upper one, and then the bottom one is 9,000 pounds, and they're identical. So that doesn't need to be changed at all. And what else do we got? I think that should control most of the issues that we're running into here. I'm gonna take a peek at the wheels, see, make sure they're the same as well. 1 point, friction scale 1. Okay. So let's see if we can get this boat up to the same speed as we can get the other one. We want to lease it, otherwise we're gonna go broke before the end of the stream. It turned down the time too. Oh, I had it, dang it. I guess we could sell some of these tractors now, since they're way far away from any testing area that we could do. Alright. This one has some neat perks to it. You can hit unfold, and it actually unfolds the big pour spout. Music playing in the background is like some epic stuff. And then you can turn on Chubby too. It has this like roller thing in there. It's kind of dark. Oh, if you get out, it turns off. I don't have my lead vehicles thing on. But there's like a little grinder that's back in there. You can kind of see it turning right now. And then this was originally designed for a gold sifter. But let's see if Jim's gonna be happy with this. He likes fast boats. And I don't blame him after watching his stream how slow he was going. It's like, ooh, this is kind of painful. As long as we get up to like 70, because once we load it, it'll do like 30. Once we put a bunch of weight into it and stuff like that. And I think, yeah, you can lower this one in the ground and stuff. Just makes it a little bit tougher to, when you're going down docks and stuff like that. You don't want to catch, so you'd have to lift it up. We're doing 75. I'm pretty happy with that. Speaking of docks, we should test to make sure this one actually dries off the dock. Over here. Because we did mess with all that, the height and stuff. Man, I'm getting too much junk right there. Have to move some stuff. Let's see if we catch, though, with this angle. Oh, perfect. No issues with that one. We're done with this one. Okay, I got too much crap that I've been buying, so let's let's sell some stuff. Owned items, medium tractors. No, we need that. Cotton technology, seeders, spreaders, weeders, miscellaneous, commercial fishery. Boats of Atoll, ocean spray. Oh, I need to update that. I wonder if it's gonna let me do it. I really wonder. Let's try it. So I was gonna make a new store icon image for the new boat that I put out. The is that in? That's in Boats of Atoll. Okay. The new ocean spray. Maybe I'll show you how to use the new icon generator, which is really neat. I really like this. It creates just an epic image. So we're gonna go from this right here So this is not the ocean spray. This is the sledgehammer that this one will be public too. It'll be inside the Boats of Atoll pack, which some of the vehicles in there will require some textures, but you can still download it, and there's quite a few public mods in there that include the textures with it. So we need to create a brand new store icon for it, and I didn't do it yesterday because I was scared it would mess with the stream. But if it messes with the stream, just come back. If it crashes my computer, then I'll start again. We've already started an hour, so here goes nothing, you know? Live on the edge, just a little bit. Hey, what's going on, my 4 viewers in here? If you haven't hit that like button, help a brother out. You know how it goes. Oh, let's track this down here. We're gonna go Boats of Atoll and date modified ocean spray. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. It's gonna do a lot of flashing right now, so everybody just cross their fingers. We're gonna skip ads. YouTube likes to add the heck out of you guys, so we're actually gonna skip the ads there. But it's gonna come back eventually. Okay, so here goes nothing. Generate. See if we crash. It's gonna open Giants Editor. It's really cool. It's actually opening it up, taking a picture, and then converting the icon to DDS. Did it work? I don't think it crashed my game. Nice. Okay, so let's just go see if it worked. Go under mods and icon generator. Are all my icons. Ocean spray right there. We want DDS, copy. We're gonna go back to here, go into store, and we're gonna copy and paste this in here. This is all the boats I got so far. If you haven't been following my boats, I'm getting quite a few of them in here. This isn't even all of them. This is just in this pack. I'd like to put them all into one pack if I stop making them for a week and actually focus on getting them tallied up, but that's the ocean spray. It turned out really good. So now that we have that open, we need to assign it. So here's ocean spray. We're going to open up ocean spray, and it's using the store image sledgehammer right now. We're going to change that to ocean spray. Going to close that down. Everything is saved. We're going to cycle through our vehicles so we get to the ocean spray. There we go. And we're going to click update vehicle, and then we're going to click update store items. Store items reload. Okay, so now when we go into the store, we're going to go over Boats of Atoll and find the ocean spray. And there we go. New icon. Didn't even have to shut my game down. Except that initial color that it comes with is super ugly. Super ugly. I don't like that. I mean, you can choose that color if you want, but I think it is hideous. I'm going to go down here and change our initial color. Base material configurations. So this makes that weird color. Actually, let's change that. Okay, I'm happy with that. That'll make it blue initially, and then you can choose it different in the store like this. But store items reload. Come into here, update vehicle. Now we should be able to go back in the store. Hey guys, can I get a sound check from you really fast? It sounds like my music might be a little loud, but I can't tell. Let me know. Can you still hear my voice over the music? I gotta have some music in my ears. I have really bad tendonitis from being in the military and shooting guns and grenades and stuff like that, so my ears are constantly ringing. It's just nice to have that kind of white noise. So if you're listening to me, give me a little indication in the chat. Let me know if everything's playing out okay on your end. Dope. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate it. Okay, that's all it matters as long as I'm louder than music. I just need to have something going in my ears. I cannot stand that ringing noise. Initial. It's still the first. I think when I reload the game, it'll pop up. But we wanted it to be like this color. And I made this live on the live stream yesterday. So if you're interested to see how I kind of do all that, and I walk through the whole process, it is a 4-hour long video, and my butt hurt afterwards. But I do show you how to do it. Sweet. All right, so we have we've updated that. Let's check. Next on my list, what did I got next? Increase engines on Atoll Chubby. Check. Boats? Yeah, man, boats. Have you not seen all my boats I have? I have so many dang boats. That's not even all of them. That's just the ones I've made for this map. This train boat. I'm not even gonna lie, it's kind of cool. It actually hooks up to the vehicle wagon too, so you could make like this massive train boat if you wanted to. These are trailers and they connect with each other at the front and the back. Pretty cool. I was just thinking around one day and made that. We got the Coast Guard Rescue, which we need to fix that. Do you see how it zooms in really bad when we very first buy it? In order to fix that, let's fix that really fast. We're gonna polish this stuff up, man. So let's go to Coast Guard boat. That's over here. And in order to get it to zoom out when you very first buy it, I need to change the size and width. Some of the stuff I miss when I'm making the mods. So it's definitely wider than 2 and way longer than 3. I could get an accurate representation of this, but hey, no problem, bro. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream there, Dimitri. I hope I said your name right there. So we're going to change that to a width of 10, a length of like maybe 15. And then we'll hit save on that. And we're actually going to reload store items now. Boom. So now instead of being all zoomed in like that, and then another thing that affects too is when you buy it, if you ever get mods that you download and you buy them, and they like when you spawn them in, they're like on top of each other, and that's because that setting that we just changed is wrong. So there's that boat. I guess we could pull off our screen. We don't need all this stuff anymore on here until we're checking out other stuff. But yeah, that's the Coast Guard boat. Flashing lights, all kind of stuff. I want to add some more features to it. Just want to get everything else polished up before I get too in over my head. There's a sledgehammer. I made that for FS17, so it doesn't look as good as the other ones I made. I went in to try to edit it and it just didn't work out for me with the textures, so I'm leaving it as is. It looks cool, it works. It's another boat for the collection. This one, the Outboard Boat 3, we need to do the same thing on this one too. Outboard Boat 3, where are you at? Right there. So our width, let's put that at like 7, and our length, let's try 7 as well, just like a perfect box. You know, there is a way to actually measure this. You would come in here and you create transform group, and then you would go forward, and it's forward 15, so it would mean the length is 30. So from here to here would be like a 30. And then when we do the width, we'd go to the center of the mod, move to the right, and that's 7. So 7 on center, and then 7 the other way, so that'd be a 14th width, if that makes sense. Maybe it did, I don't know. Possibly did for you. So we're gonna change the size. We already hit save. Let's come in here. Oh, what's that? Failed to load dashboard. Oh, that was on the sledgehammer. We have an error on the sledgehammer we gotta fix after we update this. Alright. So there's the one of the boats from Atoll. This is a bulk transport, so you can haul bulk stuff, grains, wheat, whatever. And then there is a liquid version as well. Now you don't see anything on this one, but as you put liquid into the boat, all these little barrels will pop up. Pretty cool. And it says Atoll for life on the back. And yeah, so that one's good. Now we have a dashboard light shader on our how many of these things I gotta open? We need to close some of these. Make the stream better. Yeah, sure. We'll hit save on that one. Open. Yeah, sure. We'll hit save on that one too. That was under Boats of Atoll. And that one is, you gotta pardon with me today. My brain seems so scatterbrained. Very scatterbrained. Sledgehammer. Maybe I need more coffee. I was up mod pretty late last night, so I probably just need more coffee. Now, tough part. I have to track down the dashboard light shader. Wherever the heck that is. Sledge. Group. Floodlight. This 3D model is a wreck. I'm not even gonna lie. It is an absolute wreck. There's some funkiness going on there. You see this issue I'm having right here? What color? That is clear glass diffused. That just ain't gonna do. It did some funky changes to. I don't even like those lights. I really don't. They're ugly. LED. I don't like those at all. Let's change those. I want to learn how to do lights. Why not? Right? Why not? So, I have already, a long time ago, took all the in-game stuff. So there's a whole bunch of i3Ds that come with your game when you very first buy it. I've actually went through the whole game and put them all into one thingamajiggy. So then I can very quickly add all this stuff in when I'm ready for it. And we want to use, I really like these ones. These guys always turn out pretty sick. This Roofman one fought. Roofenhormen, however you say that. Alright, so we're gonna export that out and export it in. So export selection. Just make a file we're gonna delete eventually. X, load up this bad boy. Inject X. Now, floodlights. I hate it. Delete. I'm not a fan of you. I don't like you either. Delete. New light. Hey Jay, thanks for stopping in, my friend. Appreciate it. Alright, so now that we... Wow, okay, that... Definitely not going to import it into there. Sledge. Put under lights. We're going to have to do some changes anyway, so... Alright, now that we have that bad boy. Just going to select it, hit Control B, and that'll allow me to place it. Now that it's placed, we can give it a little rotation here. Match it up with, so that's going to be a full 90 degree. Dope. Alright. And then we're going to duplicate it. We're going to send it to the other side now. Boop. Now from here, we need to track down the this part, this self-illume right here. This should have a, okay, it does have a glow shader attached to it, so we can recall it. We are actually going to add in some more lights, and we might put one on the back deck too to give it some more light. We first need to place this. I like to go to show lights, and it actually shows where the light is going to be pointing here. It's pretty good. Except we're gonna change the range does not need to be 500. Let's do like 120, and that's just how far the light shines. And then we're gonna change that cone angle to like 110. So it's a really wide light. Yo, Chevy, what's up, brother? We're making some mods like usual, you know. Okay, now that I have that made, I'm gonna hit copy on it, and then I'm gonna select the light again, and then paste inside of it. Sometimes it doesn't want to do it, so you just cut it and redo it. Now, what this does is when we go to activate one light here, this allows us to use the code one time and not do it multiple times. But we want the light. It has to be under the light we call in the XML. So let's zero it out so it's in the exact spot as the other one. And then we're going to move it over. So when we turn on one light, it'll turn on both. Cool. And then I really like this light, so let's put it back here as well. We need a back deck light. Duplicate it, paste it. We want it to be about center, and then we want it to do a full 90 back. Yeah, YouTube's a hell of a thing, man. I don't even care anymore. You know, I have my handful of people that watch my stuff, and it's whatever. I'm gonna be making mods anyway, so it's not really like I care about the ad revenue. Okay, now that we've put the light back there, we're gonna duplicate one of these other lights. So when we turn on those lights, these lights come on as well. Might as well just light the whole boat up, right? Okay, so it's facing forward, and you can tell because of the cone angle. We want to cone that back here, so we get a little bit more light on the back deck. Okay, let's code these in now. These lights are already coded in, they come, but we need to put in these self-illums. Just how it goes, man. Some videos, I mean, I haven't hit 30,000 views in a long time. I might, after like a couple years, people viewing my videos, I'll actually get that many views on a video, but not many people are interested in modding, so it's kind of, yeah. Let's pull up our, we need to find Sledgehammer now. Did I have Sledge in here? Sledge, there you are, my friend. Okay, enterable. Wheel configurations. This mod will be public today as well. As soon as I finish it, I have a lot of a version of it's going to be public, but it's going to need a lot more goodies added to it, for my liking at least. Where's our lights at? Come on, baby. Real lights. Okay, so I have 0. This light right here will turn on the lights. We don't need the second state. Track down the lights now. Default lights, that's what I want. Oh, right under real lights, but inside the lights tag. I'm gonna put this code right here, default lights. Change our light type to 0, and this is basically just an identifier. See right here, states. So when you very first turn your lights on, you're gonna be in state 0. And state 0 will activate this light and 0. This one right here. But if we were to change this to 1, we would have to put in another state there to add another light. It's probably kind of confusing. Modding's confusing in general, so just bear with me. Now we need to replace this index path with the proper index path, and I think I added 3 of them, right? So we need to add 3. These lights come stock with this, it's called a glow shader. If you're pulling them from the game, this glow shader will just be applied to it, but you can apply this glow shader to anything, and so you don't have to take the light out in Blender and do all that fun stuff. You can if you want to, and if you're making turn signals, you're gonna have to, unless you use some in-game stuff. But yeah, so this one is this code first. Put that in there. Man, I miss having 2 screens. I wish I could show you guys 2 screens at once. Not that one. This makes doing this part so faster. Okay, so after that, we kinda using the process of elimination here, we know the next one's gonna be 3. Hit save. And then we're gonna go into sledge and hit save as well. And now we have new lights on there. But we still have that dashboard light shader issue. So I think that is, those are under glow shader, I think. Something in this mod is using dashboard light shader. It's you. You're using it. We're gonna replace you with a glow shader. We just want to make sure that it applied because I have quite a few of those in here. Just want to make sure it applies to all of them. Glow shader. Okay, so it did. We'll hit save. Put this up. How did I get in that boat? Okay. I don't think I actually bought Sledgehammer yet, so let's go into here and buy this bad boy. Checking for errors. Error free. That's how we like to see it. Release it. Hey, no problem, bud. I'll still be here. If you're watching right now and you haven't hit the like button, help a brother out, you know? Appreciate it. Oh, we need to turn that off. This saving thing. I don't really care about saving. Auto save interval. That crap's annoying when you're streaming, man. Off. We just sell some of this stuff so I can mod in peace. There we go. Alright. No errors. Getting in. Sweet. Let's cycle our lights. Look at that. Congratulations. You learned how to add lights to a mod. A form of adding lights to it. So let's drive this guy over here. Alright, sounds good, Andrew. I'll see you soon, I'm sure. I'll be getting mods ready for release today, so I'll be busy doing the same thing. Now, this little guy up here is normally animated. In the model, though, it's not the bestest. When you look at the model, I made this mod when I didn't know what the hell I was doing, like 4 years ago. So, and the way I made it is way too complex to actually do anything with it. Kind of a pain in the butt, not gonna lie. Group 13. I don't think this is gonna work out well for us. I think instead of using this, I might end up group 21, group. Make sure it doesn't have anything else. We're just gonna delete it. Same thing with this. Delete that as well. Now, the reason why I'm deleting that is there's actually another boat that I have somewhere. Atoll. I3D. No. Ah, is it boats from Atoll? What has those little spinning thingies on it? Anybody have a radar that I installed a radar on? None of those, none of those, none of those. This has a radar, but it's not quite what I'm talking about. I think the only boat with a radar on it that's working perfectly is this one. So, let's actually, that's in the commercial boat pack, right? That would be under ferry boat. this part off of here since it works really well. Radar, and then let's double check that's in the commercial boat pack ferry textures. So we're gonna move those textures over. We want that radar, but we don't want the whole mod. Dopey dopey dope. Okay, delete. Collapse everything so it's not so confusing, and then we're gonna put it in here, radar, or an animated object. And now we need to track down these textures. Ferry boat. Copy. And I need to make this easier. Ferry boat, ferry boat. Boats of Atoll. Textures, we're just gonna include that one with it. Nope, didn't want to open it like that. And then we need to copy over this one as well. If you're gonna be importing stuff into mods and like that, you need to make sure the texture paths are correct. Otherwise, when you guys go to load that up, it won't have any textures attached to it. Now that that's in there, we can go through and assign it, because there are two different mods, just to let you know. We are looking at the gloss maps. We're going to go here, select, and then we're going to go here and select. Now that should be good. Save. And then, where is the ferry? When you very first turn on the engine, it is going to do this code right here, animation nodes. This is what starts the radar. So since we have Sledgehammer open, let's scroll to our engine section. Motorized right underneath here. Make sure that I don't already have code in there. A lot of times you go to put this code in and there's already code in there. You're like, why isn't it working? Now that we have that, let's line it up with this index path, which is going to be 040. I'll change that right in here under this animation node. So that should spin when we load up. Let's place it on the model now. Make sure all this stuff that should be zeroed out. I just like to keep it simple. And then now we have our radar up here. Get right over the top of this. Hit paste it. Okay. Is that gonna, hopefully it doesn't hit when it's cruising. We'll hit save. And then everything should be loaded up just nicely now. Cycle back to our boat. Oh, I might start a new game right now just to get rid of some of this testing stuff. Done a lot of testing so far. Come on, there we go. So we are going to hit update on this now, and you will see some magic. And ta-da! Ta-da! Now we have a radar that moves. This thing doesn't have an exhaust. Notice no exhaust coming out of the back there. We gotta fix that. Alright, next up, exhaust. Have an exhaust on here? Exhaust. Nope, no exhaust. No exhaust, so we're gonna have to install an exhaust node, but that's okay. We can fix that. Not too difficult at all. I swear the neighbors are like doing construction or something. It sounds like the FBI are banging on my door every couple minutes. So let's install our exhaust. We're gonna go over under template right here, create a transform group, and exhausts. I hate it when my caps lock is on. Template under there, and then we're gonna duplicate that, cut it, paste, exhaust one. Now that we have that in there, we're gonna go over here, turn off my lights so I can work, and we're gonna paste it inside of here. And we're gonna make sure that this little house icon right here is set to local, or it's clicked. And where you see green is where the exhaust is gonna come out at. So we're gonna line ourselves up with the pipe and move this not quite on the outside of it, just barely in it, but we're gonna angle that so it matches up with the pipe. Then we'll come from this angle, and that looks pretty good. And we need to do that for those 3 exhausts, and then we need to do that for those 3 exhausts as well. And then after that, we'll code them all up. So we'll just hit duplicate. And paste that one in there as well. Lower it down. Double check it's in the center of it. Cool. Double duplicate it again. Paste in the center of it. Lower it down. Back it up just a hair. Okay, those 3 are done. Exhaust 1. Oh, 2. 3. Are those set up opposite? So we're gonna duplicate this one again and pull this all the way over here. Line it up with the center of that pipe. Duplicate this one as well. Drag it on over. Whoa, those height differences are off quite a bit. That one, oh, it's because that pipe is leaning forward more. That's a 3D model issue. Double check. Okay. And then exhaust 3. Oh, it's because we put the wrong one in the wrong spot. Could have. I'm a dingling. Or wasn't a model issue. It was just, there was a Lambo issue is what it was. Alright, so we got 6 new exhausts in here and we need to get them working. So we'll hit save and we're gonna open up our sledgehammer and look at all this vomiting of code. Exhaust effects. And I don't actually have any code in there. So we're gonna copy this code right here. Pull it on over. Remove this quotation. And we need to copy the index path of exhaust 1. So that'd be 580, copy, bring over to here, edit it. Now I want this to be some black smoke. So in order to do that, we're going to just add zeros in front of all these. Cool. This will turn it black instead of a white. RPM scale, we want it to get pretty big. It's a boat, right? So let's go 6 with sides. So when the boat's at max RPM, that's the colors it'll be. So that's 1 done. Now we need to duplicate that 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we will cross compare that. We'll look at 1, it is 580, and then when we look at the last one, so we need to make 585. So we need to change these all the way until we get there. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Once you figure out that you can do this, you're modding multiple things, editing and XMLing multiple things in one time would be a lot smoother if you just keep in mind that the game is, these are basically GPS coordinates. So this is its own little world, right? So these are GPS coordinates in a simplistic form here. So now that we got that and it's saved, ta-da! Kind of weak sauce. Those need to be drastically bigger. I mean, they definitely spit out some smoke, but I feel like they could be bigger when we're at low RPM. Itty bitty little things. minimum RPM scale, I'm going to set that at 1. We're going to do our maximum. Let's just try 9, see how ridiculous that looks. Saved. We'll hit update. Yeah, so now they're pretty big. And then when we drive forward, they'll get a lot bigger. That's okay. That works for me. So we got exhaust, we got lights installed, we got a animated part for radar. Let's look at our indoor camera. Whoa, indoor camera needs a fix. Definitely needs a fix. Indoor camera, player root, cameras, indoor camera. So I believe this should be -180 and 0. That should fix our camera now. Outdoor camera target. And we're gonna move that forward just a hair. And then also, we need to make sure that we can zoom back. To get in this screen, how far back can we get? That's good enough. Get up here, how close can we get? Good enough too. Got our lights, animations. The props are, those are not moving. They're not really designed to move either, because when I made this, I sucked. So let's import in another mod that I made that has those on it, and I do believe that would be Ocean Spray actually has big props in them. So prop 1, prop 2. We're just gonna cut those out of there, delete that guy. Folder animations. This doesn't really mean anything. It's just better for my brain. And now we have our props installed. They're really big for what we're doing, but these look like garbage. They do. Just that shiny chrome stuff bugs me. If you weren't watching yesterday, I did try to repaint all this, and the faces are just so jacked up that it's not going to work. So, propeller. Oh, look at that. But I don't like that. That does not look good compared to the other propeller. Instance. Scale's all crazy. All garbage, so let's delete them. We're gonna put prop 1 in there, and then we're probably gonna have to scale it down because it's way too big for this boat. Line it up, move it forward. Right there's good, and then we have to make it drastically smaller. So let's just try 1. Yeah, that'll work. That will work perfect, you know. That is perfect. And then we will do the, oh, dang it, I was making all those edits in the wrong spot. I need to be editing the transform group, not the actual prop. Hold on, just a hair more. It's somewhat centered, okay. We're gonna place this other one now in the exact same position, but we're gonna do the same thing we did. We're gonna change this to 1, make it smaller, and then where it's at, we're gonna send it to the other side. Hopefully it lines up perfect. And it does. I mean, this is all gonna be underwater, so you're not gonna see it, but you know, it works. It definitely works. God, we've been streaming for an hour and 50 minutes already. Oh man, gonna need some more coffee to do this. Now we need to animate these bad boys. So let's go to our, got our sledgehammer. Ocean spray has the code in it that I used. It's one thing I do a lot. I have a lot of my mods that just have the code ready, so you don't have to manually do it every time. It's kind of lame. Then we need to put some tension belts on this thing. Brain part, what are we doing? We want to use speed rotating parts. That's what we want. Speed rotating parts, and we're gonna put that, oh, I already have it in here, but let's match up the index paths. We're gonna be spinning this one. So 410, pop back in here, 410, and check it out again. We're gonna do 420, okay, easy. Alright, so our prop should spin now. Hit save on everything. I didn't hit save on this one, right? Update, time for update. And update it. And new props. And when we drive forward, they spin. No errors, error free. Check out our camera. Camera's doing solid. Whoa, whoa. Slow down there, buckaroo. Lights work. Let's change the time of the day, see what it looks like at night. Okay, so that's the stock. I like to have lights on in the boat. Like when you walk down the docks down here where I live, all their boats for the most part leave their lights on because they're all plugged into the shore power, burning up that, that goodies. So let's turn on our lights now, and those don't hit the deck enough. They definitely go out in front, but they don't hit the deck enough. Go back to our lights. Template. Lights, 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 light. Okay. I'm gonna duplicate this one. I'll move it into the center. View our lights here. And then I want it to shine on the deck a lot more. Hit save. This is a mean song, man. And turn on our lights again. There we go. Now the deck's lit up. Green's lit up. How does our person look? Our person looks like he's doing the hand drive, though. We need to do some changes there. Set our time back to a reputable time, and now we are going to play around with this dang character. That would be under player route. And then next we have, let's do our foots first. Actually, feet don't look too bad. We should probably lift the butt up. Right arm really high up in the sky. We're gonna put that right there. And then that red, oh wait, thinking of, that red is the wrist, so it needs to be pointed back, I believe. We'll do some double checking here momentarily, but pretty sure that's the way it goes. Left arm, we're gonna place that in there. Pull it over to the right. Sorry. And I think this one is reversed. I think red's forward on the left arm. We'll know in a minute if it looks like I put my hand in a blender. Hit update. Oh, I think that didn't hit save. That's doable. I can't bring the legs back anymore because then the legs will clip into that bar. Maybe we could do it a little bit. Left foot, right foot. Unselect that. Bring it back just a hair. See if that does it for us. Hit save. This is tedious stuff. This is stuff I'm not a huge fan of. Getting a stupid character to look good in something like this is pretty tedious. That's good. I'm happy with that. What else? Sledgehammer. Oh, there's definitely an issue with that. This doesn't have casting light shooter on, does it? Cast shadow map and receive shadow map. And I knew that for one reason. Do you see how you can read Sledgehammer? There was an angle there for a second that what I'm talking about is right here. You can read Sledgehammer, that shadow. Let me in my boat. I need to add a ladder to this. So we need to. The front trim didn't have these two selections on cast shadow map. Don't tell me I gotta go through all of these and just double check them really fast. That one. Front trim. Metal hatches, hatches. Doors, rear sides. Nope. Long before I knew what I was doing. What's that? Railing? Yep. Oh, this is painful. This is painful stuff. But if you don't click these little boxes, the shadows will be wonky. Hatch lever, hatch lever, hatch lever. Trim, trim. Rear bumper. Front door. Yep. Thump, thump. Cube. Wow. After playing with this mod, I have grown drastically from what I used to put out and make. Group 5. I do not want to. Hopefully all these are clicked. We're just gonna randomly pick a few and make sure they're clicked. Sweet. All right, I think that'll fix it. Let's see if it. Yep. That shadow's gone. I bet you never knew that one, huh? That's a neat little trick. You make enough mods, you start to notice these things. Gets a little tedious, but it is what it is. So I got chat there. What are you guys up to? Talk to me, Smalls. There's even some moss that grows when you start playing on some of it. Brum, 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 brum. There we go. Honestly, for where we're at with this, I think that's good. That's good. Good for right now, at least. Let's check out my next to-do list. Okay, engine flashing. Flashings around fuel packs, add straps. Oh, straps. Polish details. Player route. Lights. We got that one. Nope. Add straps to Sledgehammer. So we need to add some straps now. And we're going to go right back to our ocean spray because I installed straps on this yesterday, so it's nice and fresh code. Hit copy. Actually, we're going to replace visibility on. We're going to hit W while we have that selected, and I'm going to select tension belts, hit load, and it's just going to automatically inject it in ours. We can delete that now. Let's first play with this tension activation trigger, belt activation trigger, and usually when you do this, you want to scale it to your mod. So you go up here to rigid body. Remember these settings: compound checked, cinematic check, collision mask. Make sure that there. Then we're going to change these to static. Now, the minute we start playing with it, it's going to remove the compound check. So you got to remember to do that when we're done. So let's take our lights off so we can actually see what we're doing here. gonna suck these in and then stretch it. That way, if you load it with cars, vehicles, pallets, whatever you want to use for it, you'll be able to strap it down. So after we get that scaled out, we're gonna what's called freeze transformations, and I just literally clicked on this right here, and you go to freeze transformations. Now we have scale selected, and what this is doing is it's zeroing these out to 1. So I'll just hit apply. If you don't do that, you will run into some issues. We're going to set this to cinematic and compound, and now that's done. Now we just need to place our tension belts. And usually what I like to do is just delete all the ones that I have and remake them in. So first things first, we'll start with start like right here. Well, you know, what if you want to strap something down? We'll start up here. Start right here. And then it's going to end, that's way too far over. So we're going to pull that into here. Double check where we had it here. It's on that board. Just eyeballing it right now. That'd be good. Make sure that's right on the deck. It is. Okay, let's duplicate it. And we're going to drag it back. Right about there. Actually going to move this one further out now because we have more room on the boat, so then we're going to have to move this one over as well. Go right about to that board. Alright, and we're going to duplicate it, stretch it down here again, put another one right there. Make sure that doesn't conflict with that pipe. That'll be good. Alright, next up, duplicate it again, send that one back here. Right about there will work. Check its location. Yeah, okay, that's good. Duplicate it again. Right about the center of that, that works for me. Duplicate it again. And right about there. Now that I have all those placed, we're going to have to put the code in for them now. What I like to do is this tension belt activation trigger. I like to just cut it out and then paste it back in at the bottom. Then we're going to hit save, and let's pop on over to the XML now. And we have ocean spray up. We're going to copy the tension belt code. You could copy from a truck, from like the in-game truck or whatever you want to do. We're just going to copy this tension belt code and add that to the bottom down here. Paste. Now this is where we get a little tedious. We have to match up. The tension belts and all this fun stuff. So sledgehammer. First is going to be the link node, which is this guy right here. We need to put it on this one. So this one is considered the link node. We'll change that. It's the top of the tension belts. You see all these tension belts are under this transformer group called tension belts. So that makes it the link node. And the first one is going to be a 3.0, and it will be a 3.0.0 for the end belt. And we're going to do that all the way to 3.5. So what I like to do is I copy this index path, come right to here, and it's already kind of set up, if you notice here, but it's under 4. So I can just highlight all those, change it to 3, highlight all those, change it to 3, and we only need to 5, I think, so we can delete those 2. Hit save, double check, going to 5, and then that tension belt activation trigger is going to be the 6. And the tension belt activation trigger is way over here, right here. Okay. Double check everything else. And we should have tension belts now. Let's reload. And fashion tension belts. What's that, L? Boom. Okay. Now you can load stuff on this. That's a little bit of a gap right there. That's a pretty big gap actually on that back between those two straps. Let's fix that. We were just eyeballing it, and our eyeball did not work out very well, so let's go to the center just a little bit more. That'll work. That'll work for what we're doing. Indeed, 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 indeed. Okay, so we got tension belts on there now. What else do we need to do? Where's my list? Where's my list? I have a list going. Add straps to that. Check. Alright, engines on Royal Parker not showing. Okay, let's go back in game. Let's check out the Royal Parker now. Cummins 2. So let's open up the Royal Parker XML. And Royal Parker, hello, mister. Engine. They look like identical engines. They are identical engines. What did I do? I thought we upgraded that a little bit. I guess not. We want a pretty good engine in it, so let's find my other boat that I like. Locomotive. Take the engine out of this guy. Take the unrealistic one. Royal Parker. Okay, that should give us the... We're going to be hauling a lot, so we should add some more torque to that, so that should be good. Parker and update store. Maybe. Now it shouldn't give us an engine option, but it will go fast now, so let's lease it and give it a little speed test. Oh, the mini scrolls. I'll probably update to a new game here in a bit, so I don't have to do all this. Royal Parker. Oh, that's terrible. It's terrible. We gotta fix that. Camera. Min transmin. This is how close this little code right here, transmin, this is how close your camera can get. So we're going to change that to like 8 with a max translation of 100. So this means that we can be 8 meters away from it or 100 meters away from it when we zoom all the way out. Let's update that. Update. Wrong one. Vehicle update. So now I can only zoom in that close. You won't be looking inside of the model anymore. I wish this one had an interior, but a lot of the boats I find they don't have that, and they need a little bit of they need months worth of work to add that stuff to it, so I just haven't done that yet. Let's see how fast we can get this bad boy going. $30 an hour, 38, 40. That's really fast for this big of a boat, so should be good. Can't even hear the honk. I feel like those the honk should be a lot louder. The honk installed inside of this, or is it installed inside the sound configuration? Nope, it's installed inside the sound configuration. We won't worry about that then. I'll do that on another update. We got lights. You can load bulk in it with these little carriers in here, or there is a liquid version as well. Alright, his engines are done. Let's go back to my notes. Fix that. Collisions on fuel rats, smoker area. And then all the scrap pack update. That's gonna be a pain in the butt. That will be pain in the butt. Flashing box around fishing spots. Want to add that, or let's remove the collision on the fuel rats. I can't because that's in no, that's in fuel rats. That's in, you guys are like, what are you talking about? I have a bunch of mods that are installed in this map that are spawned in when you load the game. To go to fuel rats, fuel rats, fuel rats. And where's fuel rats textures? Cow, I'm starting to get too many mods again, and they're all just my mods. Fuel rats, open file location, perfect. And we are going to be looking for refinery, no, arc building. I think that's going to be under good date modified refinery, overhead pipes, industrial. Something's off here. It's not Horton Silo. Chemical. The Horton Silo? It's the Horton Silo I'm using, but I don't think it's that particular one. Over at the smokers, there is a station. There's this station right here, and it's a rigid body. So what it's doing is it's causing conflicts when you go to unload everything. We are going to track that down and fix it. I just don't recall where it's saved. Hopefully it's not saved in the map, because then that'll require a full-on Smoker's Hub. Yep, it is saved in the map. Means I gotta wait for Jim to get done with his edits that he's doing. Unload trigger, player trigger, pallet spawner, warning stripes. Buying station, loading station, discharge maker. Player point, info, collisions, tip collision. Maybe it's under the tip collision that is causing that issue. See, what I'm trying to fix here is all the way up here. Smoker made hub. I'm gonna turn on our collision. This is what's blocking me. See these little black boxes. That's on the map. Let's open the map. If it's in the map, then I gotta wait for Jim to do his update, and then I can fix that. Holy loading. Holy loading. You're so long. The big map. 16x takes a hot minute to load up. Oh man. Oh, good stretches. Good stretches. Not a very talkative chat today. I guess I only have 2 viewers right now. They're probably just AFK streaming me for good love. You guys were very interactive yesterday. Scripts, view 16x. There we go. And wow, we're going extremely slow. Make our screen bigger so I can actually see what's going on. There is boats in this game. Limitless Sam. No, there's not boats in this game. There is me putting boats in this game. But no, this game does not come stock with boats, unfortunately. Horton Silo. There is our issue right there. So it's not actually in a mod. It's these things. Pipes, visuals, collisions. This stupid thing. These two right here are stopping people from buying if you'd like to try out some of these boats, I do have some of them for public release on my Patreon page. Just look at the top of the stream up there for my Patreon. I do stuff for patrons and also do public stuff on there, so don't get overwhelmed if you see that some stuff costs money for textures and stuff. That's just how we buy more models. And when you go, how there's boats in this game, we purchase these boats with money from the group, and then I edit them and then I make them. These 2 collisions right here are jacking me up, but I can't change those until Jim sends me the edit today. So we're not going to worry about that. And look back at my wait on Jim so that I remember. Flashing box around fishing spots, calm fish pack. This would be fun. I would like to now save changes to Waterworld map. No, I do not want to save changes. I need to open up the commercial boat pack, and we're going to go into placeables, and we need to find the tuna fishing. We have the salmon fill trigger. Let's start with that one. Absolutely humongous fill trigger. Trigger markers. Marker 1, marker 2, marker 3, marker 4. Turn down my speed. Holy moly. So what I wanted to do was make like a glowing box that went from one marker to the other. So we're actually just going to go into primitives, make a plane, export it. We have our first trigger marker right here. And I'm getting disoriented without anything in this map. I'm going to create another primitive as well, just so I can track this a little better, because these guys are hard to find. 1, 2, 3, 4. Delete that center one. Okay, now I'm going to take this plane and I'm going to make an imaginary line that goes from there to there. The idea is I wanted to make something so when you drive over the area, it flashes at you and lets you know that you're inside the box. Because watching a few streamers the last couple days trying to find where to get the tune at, they couldn't find it because it's just a big placeable. So we're going to put that right there and then duplicate it. We're going to pull it all the way over to the other one. Then we're going to do some blender work really quick. Not too big of a deal, but okay, now that that's done, we're going to hit duplicate again and rotate it. Good 90. 90, not 9. Go to this marker point right here. You'll see what I'm talking about here momentarily when we edit this. I want to make it so when you get close to it, you can easily find it, and it'll flash at you. good enough. Right, and we'll pull that over here. Okay. So I need these 3 planes now. I'm going to export selection, going to export it as an OBJ. And we're just going to name it as an X for right now because I'm going to delete it when we're done. No, we're not going to do it both of Atoll. We want it in this one. Hit copy on that so I can find it quickly. Okay, now that we have that saved, let's open up the old Blender. The old Blender, baby. Did it save anything? We're just going to import in this OBJ file. And there we go. Now that we're in there, we can do a little tweaking on it. A lot easier to edit in here than it is on Giants. Do not need that flashing funny at us, so we'll make sure to lift those up. And on there, back that up just a hair. That one, select that one, then we're going to zoom back in here and lift it just a hair. That works for me. Okay, so from there we're going to click apply scale. Scale rotation, we're going to unwrap it. And then we're going to open up our UV editor here. If you're curious, I use the old Blender 2.79b. I don't like the new one. It's just me personally. Now that I have it here, I need to make it a blinker, essentially. And then in order to make a blinker, it is 1 right and 2 down. And then it will flash at us. But in order to do that, we got to press V, and it'll bring up this vertex painting. And this is how you make stuff glow. So we're gonna make our thing really big and just paint the whole thing. Okay. Flashy doohickey. That works. I love that name. It's a beautiful name. Flashy doohickey. Now it will flash for us. We're gonna go to Giant's Eye 3D. Go to attributes, and we do not want it to be a collision. We want its clip distance to be like 25 maybe. Apply selected. And then we're going to export it. Export as i3D. It's pretty easy to add your own stuff, you know, once you kind of get the little basic idea going on here. Export i3D, check. Okay, now let's go back to our tuna grounds here, not that one. Let's close some of this stuff. I don't need this boat open anymore either. We don't need this open anymore, we're not doing lights. Maybe the stream will be a little faster. There's excellent condition connection, so not worried about it. So we need to import it into here to where, let's delete the ones we made and let's import in our newest one here. The idea is as you get close to it, it'll show up and show you where the tuna are. So let's apply a random general dirt. And gotta apply a tangent to it. I actually think that we can just do it like this. Vehicle shader. We're gonna go to static light. Static light, where you at? Right there. Static light. And I want it to be invisible. But in order order to make it invisible, I need to apply a clear window diffused. Cool. Now when we get close to it, it should be flashing at me right now. Why aren't you flashing? You should be flashing. Blend. Aren't you flashing? Yeah, you should be flashing. Why aren't you flashing? Static light, check. Oh. Light control 10. Duh. There we go. Definitely not good. Definitely kind of a more of a purple than a blue than anything, huh? Whatever. I think it's this one. And we want that when we get about 20 meters away to show up. Flashy. Okay. Works for me. Works for me. And then we'll go through and delete all these. And save. Now when you go fishing, you'll be able to see where the tuna stuff is. So let's hit save on that. And we're going to open up the tuna one now. That was the salmon fill trigger. That was the little salmon fill trigger. That wasn't even the big one. I have another one to do. I have two of them. Let's do the tuna fill trigger now. I'm gonna have to pull this back out in Blender and make it bigger. Tuna fill trigger. Let's import in what we just did. Import in our little flashy thing. Delete this one. Hit play. Make sure our trigger markers are lined up perfectly. Marker 1. Okay. That'll work. Now we need to take a look at the salmon fill trigger large. That in as well. Probably be able to make it work without having to throw it back into Blender. We'll just stretch the crap out of it. Save me a minute or two. Okay, trigger markers. First one is going to pop up where? Oh, way over there. Need some visual identification moments, so. Put these cubes in here so I can see where this guy will stretch to. Ooh, really sensitive. Just try 2, 2.1, 2.2. 2.2 works for me. 2.2 works for me, baby. Delete those. Okay, hit save. Now we're gonna open up the large tuna one. Tuna fill trigger large. And import in the large salmon fill trigger. Take the flashy off of there. And put it in there. Alright, so now we have officially put our flashy doohickeys on there. Delete these two things right here. Don't need those anymore. Okay, I'm gonna reload the map. Rewrote it from stock and make sure that our flash doohickeys, so you can find the salmon fishing areas. Like the salmon and the tuna is just super hard to find when you very first start trying to do it out there. Delete that. Start a completely new game. Oh, I always hate this part. I gotta go through and add my mods in. Man, I need some coffee. Coffee sounds great right now. Start. Alright. Oh, you guys like my Waterworld picture that shows up when you're loading up the game? And an AI make that. It came out pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, ready to load, baby. Ready to load. We will go look at the salmon fishing spot first. We need a bass boat though for that. So let's go here. What's a fast boat? I have this hovercraft just booking it. Alright. Let's get booking. I had to hop out and open up the gate again though, that's the only downside. Wow, going a little fast. Time to boogie. Thought we tagged that spot. Tag. Okay, there we go. I feel. Why does our cruise control go higher? This thing can go way faster than that. Maybe it can't. Maybe I got the wrong engine? I could have swore this thing went faster than that. We'll just use this time. How are you guys doing? I got 3 people watching right now. Probably more. YouTube seems to be a little slow on this. We're 2 hours and 30 minutes into the stream. My butt hurts. I need coffee. Gotten a lot done though. I've checked quite a bit off my little list here. Let's see here. I've gotten quite a bit done today. I'll be posting a lot of this stuff public. Once we, so there is a jet ski, and this boat I'm driving right now is in there public. And then the new hammerhead, that's not really new, the converted hammerhead that I made, that one's going to be public as well. We just got to get there. We'll see if it worked when we come cruising in. We're getting close, so you should see that little flashing blue sometime now. Just want to make sure it's not so hard to find these fishing spots. Alright, moment of truth. Is it gonna flash for us? Oh, look at you. Sweet. So we can fill up with tuna in this whole area right here. I did have these little markers that were there, these little icons, but that was just too difficult. It's a blue icon with a semi-blue fish on there, so it was super hard to see that when you're driving around. Alright, I'm happy with that. We need to go check the tuna as well, make sure that works. Off over this direction now. Alright, we got a little bit of a drive, so let's set the cruise control. Rock out for a minute. Alright, not too bad. We're getting closer. It's a big map. 16x is crazy big. Not even gonna lie, crazy big. Oh, getting closer, so we should be able to see it sometime now. And there's our tuna fill spot. That is way better than what I had before, I feel. Now you can fill up your tuna in here and start fishing. Happy. Okay. That little issue, that little thing's done. Check. Collision on fuel rats. Wait on Jim. Man, I'm boogieing today, getting a lot of stuff done. We have updated the commercial fishing pack. We have updated the minor delight pack. We have not updated the fuel rats pack. We need to update that. There's a jet ski, and we haven't messed with the scrap pack yet, but I probably should add motel textures to copper. I don't get what I was trying to say right there. And then capper, consumer goods, consumer good 3s, rental house error. Well, the rental house crashed my game last time, so we should probably take a look at the scrap pack. It's going to be on our list right now. Let's go into scrap pack. And one of the issues we had was what? A little list over here. Pallets. So let's go to scripts, build types, pallets. And we are going to be under consumer goods pallets. So a CPU mesh tag error is usually inside of here. You get this error that says right here, CPU error mesh tag. It's you got to go in here, and whatever I'm trying to make strappable, I need to have this button clicked. Content discharge. Content 1. That does have a tag, tension belt object. Probably is going to still throw that error. Consumer good 1, let's see what's strappable. Tension belt objects, 0033. That should be what we just edited. 003, tension belt, CPU mesh, check. Okay, I think I fixed that. Really simple error. And copper sheets one as well. So pallets, we're gonna go to sheets pallets and copper sheets. sheet. That one's clicked. They're all clicked. All these are selected, so I'm not 100% sure why it's doing that, but I'll have to do another playthrough on it, because that's, to find that error, I had to actually play the game for quite a while. So those should be done now. Add motel. What was I trying to say? Motel. Rental house error. Okay, I don't think I got enough money to play around with this. Here's my scrap pack. So we got our ASR facility right here. And that error was in the kind of a rough day to stream, man. My brain's just boggy today. That's what we wanted to do. So in order to do that, I think I have to buy the land first. How much is this land right here? That land is $100,000. I'm gonna buy it. Buy it. Okay, now let's go to our rentals. Lambo Mod, scrap pack, and this rental right here. This bad boy crashed my game last time, so let's see. Storage is empty. Open production menu. Yeah. Alright, well, I guess no errors there. I'll probably pop back up after I update the dang thing. Actually, I'm probably not going to update this, just due to the fact that I didn't figure out the error issue, if it even is there. Alright. Well, man, I got my list knocked out today. So I think next up I need to work on posting this stuff. So if you guys are interested, the jet ski that we were using earlier in the stream, I don't know if anybody all saw that. Oh, I didn't even put it in this map. Quit game. Because we're a quitter. We quit. Quitters quit. Go to new game and here. Jet ski. Where are you at, my jet ski? You were in there. Why weren't you showing, you dingling? Either that or I was looking in the wrong spot. Oh, man. You get older, your back cracks like a freaking accordion. Oh, daddy. Oh, daddy. You guys are quiet today. Makes me feel all alone. All alone. Here's the jet ski. Yeah, this will be public. It goes on the trailer. Once you get it on there, you drive it on there. A little flashy on that though. That decal driving me nuts. Yeah, if I can get the dang thing on there perfectly. You can't drive it on there, it's just got to be angled like a dock. Nope. I guess let's drive it. There's some wheels and stuff to adjust. You get it on there, and you can attach it. And now it won't go anywhere. Yeah, just like that. And then there is a smoker version. So it's all UDMI'd, brand new textures on it, completely remapped, just revamped for 22. Not just a simple convert. It's all new, plus an old version. Yeah, that's it for today, guys. I'm done streaming. I'm gonna hop off. Thanks for being here. If you haven't hit like on the video, I appreciate it. I'm gonna tidy up a few more things, and then I'll be posting the stuff on my Patreon. My Patreon isn't just about paying for mods. If you want some of the public stuff on there, like this jet ski, feel free to hop on there. So, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I had fun for a little bit while everybody was talking. It got kind of quiet, but you know how it goes. We will see you guys in the next one. Adios, amigos.